Welcome back to CryptosRUs. I am George. We're all George. So tonight, it's all about Bitcoin. Bitcoin, Bitcoin, and more Bitcoin. Actually, I want to talk about Bitcoin and really anything. Tonight is a night for you guys. AMA, Q&A, however you want to define it. For those of you guys that are here, anything goes. Let's discuss Bitcoin, crypto, and anything else you guys want to talk about. Let's do it. So thanks for tuning in. As always, smash the like, subscribe to the channel. 2 streams every day, 11:30 and 8:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. So make sure you hit that notification bell and follow me on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, CryptosRUs.com, and coming soon, OnlyFans. All right, guys, let's do this. Welcome. Like I said, tonight is just a night for you guys. Whatever you guys want to discuss. But I did want to show you guys a few things really quickly. Bitcoin is still hovering around 36,000, a little bit lower, right? But obviously, Bitcoin is in a whole lot better place because, first of all, we're off from our low of 30,000. But also, just look at the headlines. So if you go on CryptosRUs.com, which is the best news site out there by far, most breaking and cutting edge news. So make sure you check it out. But look at the headlines. You know, Tom Brady and Giselle, they get part ownership in FTX, and Tom himself has bought Bitcoin before. That's positive. Morgan Stanley bought 28,000 of GBTC. That's positive. Germany gives Coinbase their first license, and one of their biggest stock exchange group also gets into Bitcoin, crypto. CNBC turns bullish on crypto, except Jim Cramer. Well, he turned into Ethereum fan all of a sudden. You got former Greek finance minister talks about blockchain and crypto, how it could bring innovation. India allocating billions and billions and billions into crypto, even though their central bank doesn't like it, their citizens does. And you have Banco Azteca, which is run by the third wealthiest man in Mexico, also getting involved with Bitcoin, right? As you can see, Bitcoin, that is the name of the game, and you don't want to miss out. You really do not want to miss out. And because of today's bump, you could see pretty good short liquidations. So that's what we want to see. We want to see more and more shorts being liquidated, and some more short squeezes, right? That's what we want to see. And a real quick update on the portfolio that I built. Came down a little bit. It was 5,800 this morning, but not too shabby, 5,670. So overall, this is still doing pretty good, except BTC dropped below 50%. So altcoins are starting to gain strength. And BTC dominance, 46.3%. Today overall, almost everything is in green. All right, guys, that's all I wanted to start off with. Now let's just do some not AMM. I'm so used to saying AMA and Q&A. Anything goes. Let's do this. I don't really have anything else to talk about. And I do have my tonight's show is sponsored by White Claw, my favorite alcoholic seltzer. I'm just kidding. I'm not sponsored by White Claw, but I wish I was. Okay. What did I miss? Let me go down. Do you think McAfee was whacked with a $? I don't know. I didn't check out that silly site. It was taken down in 2 days anyways. People are saying there's a dead man switch or something. I don't know. I don't know about that. 2 Proto Live says, my wife and I are divorced and she wants half my crypto, so I gave her half my private wallet keys. Aha. You got me there. What else is there? What do you think? Hey, George, do you think your recent portfolio has too many assets? No. I think I have too little assets. This only has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. That's actually pretty low. If I only stopped because of the 5,000 I start with, realistically, I think this should be more like 20 to 25 because there's that many projects I really love. So I don't think this is too much at all. In fact, I think it's a little bit too low. BTC more likely to break 40,000, go back to 30,000. I don't know. I think they're about equal right now. We're still stuck in between this channel. I do think that Bitcoin is more likely right now to go to 40,000 because the momentum is there. And if you look at some of the TA stuff, like if you look at a weekly looks fantastic. MACD is about to flip. It's starting to inch upwards, and stochastic is moving upwards. So weekly actually looks pretty good. Daily is still heading up. RSI is still relatively low, right? So right now, if I was just judging with TA, I think we go to 41 first. Now, the question mark is, can we break it? Because we have not been able to do that for 3 times now. So we'll see. But overall, while we're in this area, right, stuck in this range, and we may be stuck in this range for a very long time, for a couple more months. But that's okay. That's okay. It's a gift. Gives us time to accumulate more, to buy these dips, to dollar cost average while things are cheap. And there's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that at all. Zaya, thanks for that. What else is there? VeChain gains over ETH. I don't know what that means, but recently VeChain has been coming up, recovering a little bit faster. That's because it's smaller, but still, VeChain's potential is enormous. I would not sleep on VeChain. In fact, I just created a whole video dedicated to VeChain. Mark, adding nulls to your... I gotta scroll up. This got ruined. Adding nulls tomorrow in your DCA portfolio? No. Because there are other ones I need to add in right away that I have not. Including Cosmos. I think Cosmos is one of those I need to add in right away. What do you think about Luxo? Very hyped up. I got pulled in because of Fabian, one of the creators, Ethereum, trying to create a new token standard for NFTs. But they really have just not performed at all. Their mainnet, I don't think it ever came out. It's supposed to have all these fashion brands on there. I don't know. Hellcat, you just called it BitCon, man. What flavor? Man, see, tonight I got all the mods. Yesterday, when I needed mods, none of you guys were here. Tonight, relatively low, quiet day. All the mods in here, and this is Peach. Elron, I think is pretty good. In fact, I'm curious. I'm curious what's going on with Elron because I know it's been hovering for a while. But I don't know of what's been happening recently. If anything big, the last thing they pinned is from November. So looks like they're just onboarding a few more client or dApps. Antimatter, which is a risk management platform, Saito, web games, and apps. So, they're just building, but it seems like nothing really big. This week, Elron, Ethereum Bridge audit and testing. So I think that's the big thing. To be able to bring over ERC20 tokens, that would be pretty big. You know anything about Hydra? I've looked at it before. I don't trust it. The circuit supply token economics are too high. All right, scrolling down. OMT Ontology. Ooh, I have not looked at Ontology for a long time. They're like the sister chain of Neo, supposed to be supplement. It's more about digital ID, so forth. But they've gotten to NFTs and all this stuff. Let's look real quick. 1 million engagements. I don't know what that means. They seem to have some tight relationship with Binance Smart Chain. They may have a bridge. Here, yeah, you could create an ontology ID with a score and a wallet. I don't know why you want a score. I don't know. At this point, I like Neo better. And I like Vet even better than Neo. So just go with Vet. Can I stake BTC somewhere? Yes, you can stake in many places, including BlockFi. Or you could do it on exchanges, or you could do it at a lending platform. I mean, there's a lot of places you can stake your BTC. I might have to turn in my George card. Come on, you can't be drinking $250 bottles every day. Is Shiba going to go Doge status? I don't believe so. Doge has been around much longer, a lot more fan base, user base, being shilled by billionaires, right? So I don't think it's going to reach Doge status. Although, I'll just admit, it's holding very strong. It's holding a lot stronger than I thought it would, so we got to give them credit for that. Even after Vitalik donated half to charity, it still held pretty strong, which is amazing. I don't know if the charity actually liquidated the donated sheep. I don't have any opinion on Reef. They had a rocky history. Alameda claimed that they falsified a deal or something like that, and they were really hyped up as a DeFi project in Polkadot, and then they just like cross-chain everywhere, so they're not even really considered a Polkadot project anymore. JXB, do you think there's too much tribalism in the crypto space? We are a community, but do you find it oxymoronic that we are united yet so divided? Yeah, because everyone's trying to shill their bag and try to protect their project. I don't even know why. Like, if you like Cardano, there's no need to bash Ethereum. But, like Cardano fans bash Ethereum, Ethereum fans bash Cardano. Why? You don't need to. Both could thrive. Both could do well, right? But I do know that exists because everyone's threatened. Everyone's like, oh, I must hate everything else besides what I'm holding. And that doesn't help anything. As collectively together, we need to stay strong. And we need to encourage growth and collaboration and just basically the entire ecosystem to flourish, right? Marshawn, yeah, I just got back, That's why I'm feeling a little tired, because I just got back from a late shift. Polka Starter, love from Down Under. It's been around for a while. It's a launch pad, one of the biggest ones. Everyone's trying to copy them with IDOs and stuff, but now IDOs is kind of like getting a little, chilly too. So, I'll say this about Polkadot projects. None of them has done really well. Every project that starts with Polka in front of it has not really done well. So I'm just going to throw that out there. What NFT are you bullish on? Out of all of them, I still like Flow, but it's not available for U.S. customers or U.S. investors. I don't know why I always say customers. I think Chili's is still fantastic. I think Engine is still fantastic. What would be the best indicator to show that BTC trade on OTC is drying up and the price on exchanges will pump? There's none other than the reserves on the exchanges going down. You don't know OTC. If Brian, let's say your friend wanted to buy some Bitcoin, you're like, okay, I'll sell you $1,000 to Bitcoin. That's considered OTC. No one will know that. No one will know private transactions between two parties. The only thing you need to worry about is the reserves on the exchanges. And that's decreasing. Year over year, it gets less and less and less and less. And eventually, it's going to get so low that there's just not that money around. That's what's more important. Cass, hi, George. Hope you're doing well. What are your thoughts on Sidecoin? Sidecoin is decentralized storage, but they're also trying to create like new decentralized internet by using those nodes and making them into like a giant DNS server. I know that was in beta last time I saw it. I don't know if they made any progress on that. But they've been around for quite some time. They had rocky history too. Yeah, they call their internet Skynet. I don't know if that's a good name for it, but that's what they're trying to do. In addition to being this giant decentralized storage play. 3.3 petabytes. Not bad. Not bad. Quite a bit. There's a lot in this space. I mean, you choose your poison, I guess, when it comes to decentralized storage. None of them really gets that hot. They got really hot at one stage. That's when Filecoin and all of them pumped up. And then since then, they have not moved at all. Not moved at all. Okay, I'm afraid to look at that. Chai is like this brand new network from the guy who created BitTorrent. Still up and coming. A lot of buzz over it, but I hear a lot of hard drives are gone because to stake in Chai you actually need hard drives. Alchemex, I don't trust at all, and they were just hacked recently, so no. Do I hold any XRP? I'll be honest, yes I do. Yes, I do. Because I said XRP and Doge, these are two in the big caps that are very, very, very pumpable. So, yeah. Patrick asks about two-tier ticketing. Yes. Here's the thing. I'm going to be completely honest right now with my GeorgeCon. I've been trying very, very, very hard for the last 2 months. So first of all, get the venue and everything done, which I'm there. But what I'm trying to get is projects to come in and commit. Is important because for people to attend the conference, they need to do something and listen and collaborate, right? So I'm working very hard at trying to get projects to come on board. And they all been iffy, mostly because of travel restrictions and COVID and still. So, projects that's in Europe, none of them wants to travel. In Australia, it's still locked down. No one wants to travel. In Asia, it's still locked down. No one wants to travel. So really, it's limited to just projects based in the U.S. And a lot of the projects that I cover and work with, they're overseas. So GeorgeCon, just right now, holding a conference is a lot harder than I expected because there's still so much fear about COVID. So fingers crossed that I still get enough, projects to participate and come on board. Otherwise, I hate to say it, I may have to push it to next year. I'm really, really, really not trying to do that. I'm trying to get everything settled, but if no one really wants to commit, say I'm working with like VeChain, for example, trying to do a big hackathon, which I believe they really want to do. Also trying to work with Rally and possibly Theta to come out with these exclusive NFTs. That'll be really cool, but also working with several other projects. But I'm telling you, it's tough. It's tough to get projects to commit right now, especially since this is the first time I'm holding a conference too. But COVID restrictions and travel restrictions is tough. Really tough right now. What's your take on DEXs coming out like ADEX, Pro, Solana X? I bought a small bag of each. DEXs never really pump. The ones that pump are AMMs, the ones that have yield farming. So just to give you a heads up, Dennis, there's a lot of swaps out there, but without that yield farming, layer in there, they generally don't do well. So just throwing it out there. And inside how you can acquire XRP, you can go on KuCoin. KuCoin does allow you to buy XRP. So look into it. Use my affiliate link below. Mina, I have checked it. It can't scale. So I can't get behind it. It's actually very, very slow. It's almost as slow as Bitcoin in terms of transactions it can handle. So that's a problem. Do you think BTT can get back to the cent? I don't know. I've never been a fan of BTT because it's within the Tron ecosystem, and I don't think they know what they're doing. There's no consensus in terms of like a unified direction or anything. I don't know. Should I borrow from my Roth IRA to buy more Bitcoin if the interest is below 10? That I can't tell you that. You need to ask your financial advisor or yourself or your spouse. But what I can say is if you do want to use your IRA or 401k or whatever to buy crypto, check out iTrust Capital, because iTrust has they've been killing it recently. They've been adding so many crypto. When I first signed up with them, they only had Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Polkadot and Chainlink. But since then, You know, they added Cardano, they added Uniswap, they added SushiSwap, they added Yearn, and they added Coinbase custody too. So now you get even more insurance, and it's just safer because it's Coinbase, right? So they've been killing it. So check them out if you're thinking about doing that, and utilize my link below. What else is there? Man, you guys aren't asking any fun questions. I thought tonight's anything goes. I thought you guys would ask some more fun things. Do you think Ethereum could reach 5,000 by the end of July? No. 4,000 maybe, but July I think it's too soon. If you say September, October, I'd say yes. No, I'm not gonna look at a meme coin like Baby Doge token. Shade Tree says Ethereum needs Cardano and more so vice versa. I don't know if I agree with that. Cardano will survive just fine. Over 71% of Cardano is staked. 71 point like something percent is staked. It's amazing how much is being staked. And if you guys are thinking about staking, then check out my partner Swag Pool. Yeah, so they have instructions here how to do so directly from your wallets. You never even have to lose control. So if you guys are thinking about staking, check them out. But over 71%, that's enormous. That's why Cardano keeps holding strong and never really dips that much. Ever since it came above $1, man, it's just like, it is so strong. Cody also has a partnership with Cardano for ADA Pay, but Cody itself has Cody Pay and others. I think they're okay in this space. Will Jordan be a guest on my stream? I don't know. He just like blew me off the other day, so I don't know how I feel about that. Did I miss anything? Okay, I gotta make sure I didn't miss anything. Man, I really don't want to check out nickel. Wanchain is good. Wanchain is good. They're still they're low cap, but they're in DeFi. They're all about DeFi. Veed is VimWorld. I'm about to partner up with them. They're the biggest NFT play on VeChain right now, so they actually look pretty darn good. How much did I bench in my swole days? Oh man, I got really close, really close to 3 plates. I maxed out at 295, so I was really close. That was my goal, and I was so close, but couldn't get there. Now I probably can't even do 1 plate. To be honest, I'm so out of shape. I need to get back in it. Cartesi is like a layer 2. A lot of hype around it ever since it got added on Coinbase. And I think there are other people that are shilling it, but layer 2 is just not that appealing to me anymore because there's just too many. And the biggest one, like Polygon, is still killing it. So I don't know. Did I watch Charles Hoskinson on Lex Fridman? No, because it was like a 5-hour stream. So no, I couldn't watch the whole thing. What cryptocurrency do you think will be adopted by all the gamers on their platform? I don't know. There's a lot dedicated gamers. I know I covered Ultra before. They're all about gaming, but who knows? It could be Bitcoin. It could be USDT, USDC. I mean, anything. George, why did you sell BTC? Why are you a BTC billionaire since you began buying years ago? Well, I didn't buy as early as Max. If I did, I would be a billionaire. Okay, but I can't say that I'm doing poorly right now either. I have attained life-change wealth, although I don't try to brag about it. I try to stay humble. I don't really show off. I know some people do, but I'd rather stay humble. But I'm doing more than okay. Let's just put it that way. I've achieved life-changing wealth. That's why I use myself as an example, and hopefully, those of you guys that are paying attention, great. Those of you guys that don't believe, well, you go lose out. You go lose out. Let's just put it that way. Man, these super chats are coming too fast. I don't know. All right, let me go down a little bit. Can you talk about reserve rights? Reserve rights is like a stable coin that's meant to be a currency, but it's backed by all these stable coins. So I don't know if that's really necessary. I mean, I don't know. I'm just neutral on them. Have you considered inviting Cumrocket to GeorgeCon? No, I have not. That would be pretty interesting. If you have a connection, okay, go ask them. Hey, at this point, why not? Why not? Maybe people will want to learn more. Do you trust Celsius for interest on BTC and alts? I gotta say, I think Celsius is pretty legit. A lot of people have used them and have good results. But recently they had some problems with one of their custody services that just kicked them out completely, and the other one is being sued for losing private keys. So I don't know. There's some iffiness there. But I do think Alex is a smart guy, and people that have used them said it's really good. Zaya, big super chat. Chili's is sports only, but Flow plays in sports area, has more generic use cases for sports only. Would you recommend Chili's over Flow? Yes, Flow is more specialized, but that's okay. Football clubs, basketball, whatever, baseball, that's big money right there, right? To get into fan tokens, that's big. Flow is more like a generic chain that's meant to handle NFTs, but it could really handle anything. So Flow is more encompassing, but Chili's is just because it's not as encompassing doesn't mean that's holding it back. It's actually, I think, doing very well. Have you looked at Radical, super low cap, but has a functioning product? Any opinions on super product? I don't know. Decentralized GitHub? Okay, I'll just stop you right there. So, I mean, if you're a coder, you think GitHub needs to be decentralized, that's fine. I can't comment on it. That's just like a repository of code. I'm not a coder, so I can't really comment on it. Oh, don't get me started about Litecoin. Let's just leave it at that. Bring Tom Brady on as a guest. I've tried. I tweeted. Not many of you guys have retweeted that. I think he did something today with FTX. He did Twitter Spaces or something like that. But I missed it. Trevor says tokenomics for Chili's looks horrible. 8 billion plus. That's because they're reserving it. You realize every token, because it's an NFT, has to take up one circuit supply. So they're trying to reserve it for every single club that they may onboard in the future. That's the reason why. NFTs, usually their token economics are like that. L. James says, Jordan is really, really busy. Well, I understand. If he has to pull a second shift at McDonald's, I get it. You do what you can. You got to hustle, right? But he missed out on a prime opportunity to come on this show. I only invite once, and that's it. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. I'm just kidding. Jordan's a good guy. Eventually I'll get him on. If you had to pick just one coin beside Bitcoin, Ethereum, ADA, which one would you pick? Binance Coin. I have only BTC and ETH. Do you think guys should be more spread? Those two aren't fine, but yes, I do think you could benefit by diversifying a little bit. Voyager. I still think Voyager's good. I reached out to Steven. Steven and team doesn't seem to want to answer back to me. I've been asking him. I was supposed to do some kind of partnership with them a long time ago. They were too busy. And recently I've been asking them about GeorgeCon and stuff. They're just not really replying. I don't know how busy they are. But I do see Steven do interviews left and right with everyone. So I don't know. I don't know what's going on with them. But I still think they have a good app. Share your thoughts on Ukomi and Curate. Ukomi is definitely good, especially after they got their Marvel deal. Curate, too early. They're still pre-beta alpha. They need to release their app and actually showcase that it's good. Cryptoverse asked about Ethereum Classic Pump. I think people are just getting confused. They think Ethereum Classic is the same as Ethereum but cheaper, so they're just buying it. There's really no reason why it's going up. Someone just emailed and said, "Hey, this used to be Tom Brady's phone number." If it used to be, if I call it, it's gonna be like some random guy. Anyways, even if it was Tom Brady's real number, I'd be scared to call him. He's like, "Hello, yeah, this is George from CryptosRUs. Who? Never mind. Hang up." What do you think about EliPal and their wallet? I had never used it, so I don't know. What's their opinion on SFM and their bridge, SafeMoon? I don't need to check that. Jesus, sorry. I don't know. Shade Tree says, me, Ben, Rob are all buddies now. I guess we're pretty close, but not that close. I do want to create like a show where we're just like chatting about whatever, crypto or our lives or whatever. So I got another email saying, "Hey, this might be his number." I should try to call it live and see if he answers. Give us a tour of your house. It's a mess with 2 kids. It's a mess everywhere. Once I get my new house, then I'll give you guys a tour. So we can all worry about body ship after bull run. Well, if I do have GeorgeCon, I like to drop some serious weight before then. So Marquis says Jordan seemed genuinely guilty about having to skip. Just want to say that. Well, he should feel guilty. I was really hurt by it. I was really, really hurt by it. Here's something fun. Can we vote on your next alcoholic drink? No. I'm not. No. Maybe. Footsoul, you said I missed your super chat. I don't know what you super chatted. Clown World says hi. I gotta scroll up again. I got lost. The fastest chain out there is Telos. Does raw speed matter? No. I remember before there used to be chains that say, "Hey, we could do 1 million transactions per second." No one cares. It all comes down to traction. Can you get the dApps to come on board, and do people care? Right? It doesn't matter how fast it is. It's all about quality. Can you talk about Wyckoff accumulation theory? I've said it before. There's too many people that's trying to equate every time frame to Wyckoff. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. So, yeah. More plates, no dates. I agree with that. No dot in your portfolio. It's a hard decision. I had to choose because I ran out of money. I had to choose Doge or Polkadot, and I chose Doge. So my next DCA, which is tomorrow, I may add some dot in there because I just ran out. What was the last coin you bought and how much? I actually forgot. I did buy something. I actually bought a few things recently, but I forgot what I bought. Oh, I think I added a little more. Yes, I remember. I added a little more Cosmos, and I added a little more Theta. And I've been talking about those a lot because there's big stuff coming with them. But I had a good amount, but I added a little more since they're so cheap on discount. I want to buy Cody, but can only find on Gate.io. Do you trust? Gate.io is okay, but they're a little slow at times. I don't trust them completely. Everpedia, I'm no longer on that bandwagon. you know, they try to fool people into thinking they were going to get into NFTs and stuff, and they got pumped up, but they were really kind of like a dead project. Big Mac on a track. Appreciate it. Jordan looks like Carl from the phone. No, he doesn't. Jordan looks a lot healthier. Thoughts on BDC stock to flow model. Hey, one of those big, models that I look at to judge whether or not Bitcoin is still on track. One of them is stock to flow. And it looks like things are just doing fine, right? You look at the last cycle, we were not even following this line, right? It was a little bit below. And now you could see that we're a little bit below, right? We got plenty of room to grow. You look at this oscillator down here, right now where we are is at the point before Bitcoin really started going up. Last few times, look at it. Every time it got into this territory down here in a deep green, right? Guess what happened when Bitcoin started going up? So if you're looking at this, actually this is showing that this is a prime time to be buying Bitcoin. So I think it's still pretty good. Why White Claw over Truly? I don't really know. It's just something I buy. Jell says email you Tom Brady's phone number, or used to be. Yeah, I talked about it already. Man, these super chats, I'm missing a lot here. I'm scrolling up and I'm missing a lot of your stuff. How high can AMP go? Pretty darn high. What if Tom says we're all George when he recognizes you? I doubt it. But I am trying to get Michael Saylor on the show, and I'm going to try really hard to get him to say we're all George. I'm going to try. I'm going to say that you have to say it, Mike, or you can't come on the show. I'm going to force him to do it. I'm just kidding. I'll say we're all Michael. I could say that to get him on the show. What do you think about miner stock like Marathon, Digital, Riot? They're okay. They're just they're getting hammered by Wall Street. All the Bitcoin-related stocks not doing good. Coinbase, MicroStrategy, mining. They should be doing better, but they're not. Alexandre says, I have a George photo under my bed. I don't know if I should be freaked out over that. That sounds a little, stalkerish. Can you look into Pancake Bunny's new aggregator MND and Polybunny new fork? Do you know anything? I don't follow those aggregators, honestly. They're just not something that I'm interested in. Dante, don't be weak, man. 4:35, that's still early. Mike Farley, appreciate that. Harmony 1, yes. Digibyte Zilliqa, I like both. Thoughts on the election being stolen? No, just stop it with that nonsense. Currently holding a BTC Atom, Matic, ADA, ETH, AMP. Would you dump? Anything with a dump? No, those are all good. Good stuff. What else did I miss? What are your thoughts on Crypto.com as an exchange, being Hong Kong based? Yeah, they're not crypto debit cards. They're prepaid cards, which is very different. I thought they were debit cards, but they're not. So that kind of sucks. But I think they're okay. They have their own chain. They have a Visa partnership. They have their exchange is not that widely used, but they do have that. They have Universal Wallet. They have a lot of stuff. But if you guys want a true Bitcoin rewards credit card, not prepaid card, not debit card, get this BlockFi card. I'm one of 5 people in the world that has one. Yes. Not even the CEO of BlockFi has one. So think about that, how special I am. But sign up because sign up for the wait list. They're going to release it pretty soon. So, yeah. Okay. I don't know if I missed anything. I'm going to scroll down here. James, appreciate it. Show your dog sometime, maybe. Data edge nodes. No, I don't do any staking. Thoughts on Yield app? Yeah, I've heard good stuff. I did a segment on them before. It's a promising app. You know, you could stake. Basically, that's why it's called Yield, so you can earn some yield. Yeah, they're about the same when I covered them, right? I know their Ethereum yields were pretty high. I think overall they're okay. Compound, Aave, yes, I think both of them are good. For Lightning on drivers only, no. But I am going to get something else on drivers only soon that you guys may not enjoy seeing me with. So just go give you a heads up, but I'm looking forward to it. AMP or VET, Allison asks. Both. They're both good. Especially AMP. AMP pumped up quite a bit recently after Coinbase, and then now it's come down. It seems to have found a floor. Could be a good time to buy in AMP. Same thing with VET. VET, you can't go wrong with VET. What else is there? All right, going down. Down. If we do enter a bear market, will alts drop by 50%? I mean, come on, we just dropped by 50%. Alts could drop 50, 60, 70%, 80, 90%. Some of them drop 99%. How long is a bear market? Well, usually in a 4-year cycle, it's about 2.5 years, 3 years. And then you have 1 to 1.5 really, a good year. So if we do have a bear market, yeah, it's probably not going to be good for alts. Fighting evil by moonlight, winning. I am Sailor Moon. Okay. Can you explain how people think that ETH is going to be deflationary? Well, EIP 1559 will burn some tokens based on gas usage. It won't burn enough to offset how much gets released per year, but it does add some deflationary feature, meaning burning to Ethereum. And plus, with how much Ether is staked in DeFi projects, that also makes it deflationary. So, AMP, I already talked about that. Do you think we'll go under 35K again? It could happen. At this point, I'm not really worried about it. So now I'm seeing the BlockFi comments. How does it work? You buy stuff with it and you gain 1.5% back in Bitcoin. Yeah, in Bitcoin. So, what is the future of Georgecoin? I don't know. I mean, right now it's kind of sitting there. You know, I appreciate those of you guys that have supported me and bought in, and some of you guys have sent it that I'm supposed to answer. I have not. I recognize that I will, but overall, I think I'm gonna figure it out. Let's just put it that way. Why am I not staking? I don't know. I just never stake anything. I just don't. Should I sell my sister's cat to buy more VeChain? That's up to you and your sister. You guys have to decide that. If you... All right, I'm going to end this soon. Last few questions. If you had BTC, ETH, 8 on your portfolio, what percentage would you have each? 50, 25, 25. So in your case, 50% Bitcoin, 25% of ETH, and 25% in ADA. In your case. Say your example portfolio grows to 1 million this bull run. The best method to cash out: leave in and take a crypto-backed loan, or put into stablecoin, then live off 10% BlockFi interest. That's a good question. It really depends, right? What the rich does is always borrow against their assets, even with stocks and real estate. That's what they do. They never sell because they don't want to pay taxes. But if we know that a crypto winter is coming after this bull run, then it is advantageous to sell and take profits, because even though you get taxed, it still beats, watching alts go down 95% or 99%, right? So it depends. But I do think putting into stablecoin and living off that 10% interest, that's not bad. That's not bad at all. You know, that's making 6 figures a year. So that's an interesting question, but I guess it just really depends on what the next step is. I guess no one really knows. Maybe just half, something like that. But that's something that I'll talk about later on this year. I always hear you talking about volume, and when projects have low volume, or it ranges in a small cap that volume. Hey, you know, anything that's a few million is good. I'll give you an example of good volume. Like, I don't know, just scroll down here. Like, if you pick anything like OMG, you could see volume is 200 million a year. 24 hours, I'm sorry. A lot of times you go to small cap projects and they still like a few million, which is pretty good. Like, for example, I don't know, Cadena, 50 million market cap. You look at their volume, about 740,000. That's not bad. But you look at the project above, almost 7 million in volume, right? And the market cap is about the same, which means that there's a lot more people that is looking at this project and trading it or utilizing it. So that's why I think volume is important, because sometimes you get to like this, like Steam Dollars. Steam Dollars could be worth 50 million market cap, but it's a 22,000 volume. No one is touching that right now, right? So you gotta watch out for volume with market cap too. Because Steam is basically dead. That's why. So that's why. All right. Last few questions. Covalent. I don't know. I don't know what that project is. I don't. What do you think about Ecomi getting Marvel? Yeah, that's a big deal. Marvel is so much bigger in DC, so that's a big deal. Hopefully they do some good stuff with it. And I'm really surprised Animoca didn't license that. I mean, they have it for their Quid project, but they're not NFTs, but I'm really surprised they didn't get it. Ali, thank you for that. Any tokens that are 1 cent or less that are good? Not that I know of. Stab, I already asked about Yield App. I mean, I answered about Yield App. I think they're okay. What's your thoughts on Crypto Banter's show crew? I mean, Ran is fine. He's a showman. He's funny. I like being on his show, except, you know, sometimes he had just too many people. I don't like going on shows where there's like 10 people, and then what's the point? You know, I don't even get to talk, so that's why I tend to just go on shows where it's like one-on-one or something. Silo looks interesting. It looks interesting. All right, anything else? That's pretty much it, I think. I finally caught up. Is a bear market a sure thing? Can we skip it? No, we can't skip it, but it could be less drastic because of how much institutions and public trade companies and countries that are getting involved. So this next bear cycle may not be 86% down for Bitcoin. Maybe it's just down 60% or something like that. It could be a lot less. Okay, I answered about Ecomi already. I talked about Celsius already. I think they're fine. Just that they have some problems with their custodians right now. But other than that, a lot of people have used them. A lot of people trust Alex. But, you know, the one I support and back is BlockFi. You know, their custodians can't be beat with Coinbase and Gemini. So I like them. All right, guys, that's it. Thanks for tuning in. As always, smash a like, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys tomorrow, 11:30 a.m. Central Standard Time. All right? Oh, I haven't showed this in a while. For those of you guys that are XRP fans. And also, you could try to guess the code, the 3-character long code for my giveaway at the end of the year on Twitter. Take a look.
What do you think about Ripple?
Well, I mean, I think it's too centralized, but I definitely want to meet Chris Larson.